Now imagine, as he is in this particular state of personal suffering, all that led to this point. His own friend betrayed him for a few pieces of silver. Roman soldiers came and found him in a garden and arrested him. His own disciples departed from there. He was taken into court in the middle of the night. One of his disciples came in and denied him on the spot. So now he is utterly alone, mistreated, handed off between multiple judges. Multiple judges are saying, I find no guilt in this man. Herod finds no guilt. Pilate finds no guilt. And yet all the people say, crucify him. Years he had spent preaching the gospel, healing the sick, casting out demons, demonstrating the work of God. For years he had been walking among them, and they were crying out. Even less than a week before this, they were crying out, Hosanna to the Son of David. And now they are crying out, put him to death. Here in that moment, you think to yourself, where in the world is the justice? Where is vengeance for what is right? Where is a love for the truth? Everyone is corrupted. Everyone is turning against what is right. They are all only thinking about themselves, and they are, again, crying out, crucify him. Crowds are following, watching this unfold. And if you're Jesus at this moment, you're suffering under the physical mistreatment. You're suffering under the emotional mistreatment. As the crowds are, again, practicing unrighteousness and calling out. You're suffering under loneliness as everyone who is close to you abandoned you. And if there's ever a moment in your own heart at this particular point which you would say, forget everyone, would it not be this very moment? Would it not be at this very moment when everyone has turned against them that we would expect somebody to say, fine, I'm done with all of you? It's in the midst of that verse 34 becomes absolutely stunning. In light of all that ugliness, all that wickedness, all the self-centeredness of man, against all of the godlessness demonstrated by religious leaders who should have known better, by the Roman authorities who had no good reason to crucify this man, who in fact, even on their own testimony, Pilate's own testimony, I find no guilt, let me just punish him and send him away. But then Jesus responds in verse 34, saying, Father, forgive them, for they know not, or they do not know what they are doing. Those words, those statements of our Lord, I believe the sixth out of 7 statements, final statements he makes while he is hanging there, as recorded by Luke. And in this statement, he calls out to the Father and asks the Father to forgive. To forgive these murderers, forgive these liars, forgive these self-centered men, forgive these mockers, forgive the ones who abandoned and walked away, forgive the ones who betrayed me, forgive. Question would be, which ones is he asking to forgive to? I believe that it is kind of a concentric circle here. It is all of those who are presently caught up in leading Jesus to this very point. All those who were led there, the Roman soldiers, all those who had to carry out the execution, all those who are presently around, these are the ones he's praying for to forgive. praying for God's forgiveness. And here's what's striking, that he is praying here for their forgiveness while he is presently being mistreated. While the very wounds are fresh, while the very people are standing there waiting for him to die, he offers up this prayer, Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they're doing.